There's a 4 or 5 people waiting. You put in the chat, here we go, but I'm not seeing the stream.
Huh. Okay. I guess we'll do this.
I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing, or
Yeah, I definitely see that I'm not live.
it says 3 live. It says live. Like I'm at your page now. It says live, but there's no feed.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh wait.
What?
Wait, I see it now.
Did it create a new live stream?
I don't know. Did it not show that intro? Did it cut out that intro?
We're going to find out. And if it did, we're going to redo it. It did. It did. It cut it out.
Intro.
It cut it out. Oh, that really sucks. Oh, no. We're going to have to watch it again. And hit it.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win, you die.
¡Sobes! ¡Johannes Vega! ¡Sobes!
King Viserys of House Targaryen, the first of his name, King of the Andals, and the Rhoynar, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the realm.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
Regret this.
Dracarys!
The Riverlands recognize the authority of the named heir Queen Rhaenyra and your own.
There it is.
I love that.
That's good
I'll
stuff.
tell you,
right?
that music makes everything so much better.
No argument.
Yeah. Say his name again.
Ramin Djawadi.
Ramin Djawadi. Yep. I'll never be able to say it. Can't do it. It's a crazy ass name. I don't know how people. I don't know how you call your kid that, but
I don't know where's he from. I don't even know his ethnic background. To have a
Let's
name
find out.
Ramin Djawadi. Good luck spelling it.
Djawadi. I mean, I got pretty close. Let's see. Oh, he's Iranian German.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting group of people right there. Nope. Nope. Yep. Well, buddy, how you doing?
Episode 2 is in the books. I'm doing all right. I had a busy day. I was running around low. Almost didn't make the stream, but
very glad to have you here.
I appreciate that. Rushed just to be here. This is important.
Should be another very good.
Very important to me. More arguing.
Yep. You should get this copy, by the way. This is the companion to Fire and Blood, which is the story of the Targaryen history.
Now look.
Let me be clear.
This episode was not as good as last week's.
I disagree.
I feel like we're gonna be-
I would
we're gonna
love.
do this
I
all season.
I almost wish. I almost wish that we were just making this up. That we had completely planned this and been like, "Hey, you love the first episode, I hate it,
Right.
and I love the second episode." With the exception of the incredibly stupid storyline of Reyna, this was probably one of the best House of the Dragon episodes, at least since it's the best one since Rook's Rest, which was the 4th episode of season 2.
You're gonna go that far with this
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah, this one. Well, I mean, to be fair, think about it. For the rest of season 2, nothing happens.
Well, they're not
Damon's got a bunch of dreams, and he gets his soldiers, but he ends up in the exact same place that he ended up at the end of season 1, bowing to Rhaenyra and proclaiming her queen.
Okay, but you're going by what your expectation is based on the novels.
Well, the 18 pages in the book, yes.
Yeah. But so they're not going with the book. So there's going to be some stuff happening.
Yeah, no, I'm very well aware of that. But that argument, Lee, I gotta say, I feel like that argument's a terrible argument, because that's kind of like saying, watching Rings of Power and being like, "Hey, it's not like what Tolkien wrote.
I'm just
You
saying.
should enjoy it for what it is." It's no, you can't
Listen.
enjoy this stuff for what it is when the story's written, and then the guy creating the story decides to say, "You know what? None of that I want to use. Let's throw it away and make my own story."
I'm just going by what you said. Nothing happens now for a good while. And I'm like, they're not going to put an episode together where nothing happens. It's not going to happen.
I don't think that's what I said. I said that in season 2, we are in season 3 now. Well, technically, we just finished season 2.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
From episode 4 for the rest of the season, nothing happens. So to say that this is the best episode since Rook's Rest, episode 4, isn't that big a deal, because nothing happened for the rest of season 2.
Okay, so I misunderstood what you were saying.
Okay,
I thought you meant from now going to the end of season 3, nothing.
Oh, no. Dude,
I'm like,
so much shit has to happen. There's so much stuff. I mean, look, we're talking about... So this is the end of this episode, okay? This is artwork for the end of this episode. And then we've got... Remember,
you might just need to speak more clear. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Clearly, it's an adverb.
Sorry, clearly.
Yeah. I mean, we've got, and again, and we're coming up on July 4th. And if you don't understand that joke, I feel very sad for you. Richard Henry Lee is one of our founding fathers, and he is in the play 1776 where he jokes about Lee. I'll send you a clip.
I appreciate that.
So
I'd like to be in the know.
Yeah. So
Focus King.
Where should we start with this? Should we start at the beginning? Do you want to start with like what you thought of the episode overall?
Yeah. I'll go into that. So I did not like this as much as the first episode of season 3. And it's my take is this should have been the season finale of season.
Absolutely.
And in Game of Thrones fashion, in my opinion, the episode prior to the season ending episode has always been this intense, lot of action, a lot of drama, the oh crap factor.
Yep.
And then it kind of tapers off.
Yep.
And then the season finale sets you up for what's to come next season.
The final episode always kind of shows the political results of the big battle or the big whatever in that season.
So
absolutely.
I I enjoyed the Battle of the Gullet prior to this. Now, I like this episode. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I just said I didn't think it was as good. Like you can kind of see what was going on. Like there was no edge of your seat type. Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I mean, listen, when Daemon and Rhaenyra were walking the halls of the Red Keep, I was like, this is awesome. They are taking over. Rhaenyra walked with purpose, with authority.
This was absolutely like, Daemon's episode. And it was so awesome. Great to finally get back to a Daemon episode of him being the Rogue Prince. Yeah. You know, we had like 4 or 5, well, maybe 2 or 3 episodes last season where he's on screen a bunch, but he's kind of like this child-like character. And I don't mean like, acting like a kid. I mean, he's just petulant and just kind of like, he's not Daemon Targaryen. He kind of seems completely unsure of himself. He seems almost concerned about what other people are thinking and saying. And that's not Daemon. Daemon is you want to have a varying opinion of myself? Get ready to die. That's Daemon Targaryen.
Yeah.
Mr. T, thanks so much. Never go full retard. But it was just something like this sort of episode. There's stuff that happened in this episode that shouldn't have happened. If you take it word for word from all 3 perspectives written in Fire and Blood, there's stuff that probably should have laid out a little bit differently. But if Ryan had stuck to this sort of going in between the lines, again, with the exception of the Rhaena story thing, then I don't think most people have nearly. I know I don't. But I don't think most people have nearly as big a problem with the diversions as we do, as the book fans do.
I have some questions though, because some of the scenes I was kind of like scratching my head, like why are we doing this? What's going on? I wonder if this is in the book. Mm-hmm. Like, so I may, if we start going through, right, you have it up on screen, I may stop.
I do, yeah.
Okay, I want to know if this part's in the book. Is it Rhaenyra was crying during the whole episode?
Yeah, she's a bit of a basic. I was going to say a bit of a basic, but yeah, she's a bit of a woman during this.
I mean, and that to me was a bit off character.
Well, so I'll tell you what I kept. Oh, I'm so pissed I didn't do this. Okay, so
but hold on. Let me just say, I get her emotion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When her son. Right,
yep.
Her son died. Yep. I understand some of the emotion, but then it was just like she was crying when she was at the end, when she was doing an execution. Like, why is there snot falling out of your nose? You're so emotional right now. Like, is it really the weight of the throne? I mean, this was what made you driven, your anger and your passion, and I get you lost your kids for this throne, but. Like what's going on here? Why are you so emotional right now?
If I had been directing, well, I rarely play the woman versus man type of card, but I think this is one of those examples where you see female direction versus male direction come out. So a woman directed this episode, and I think that's why we see a bigger push on the emotion. If I was going to direct this episode, I would have had. Let's basically look at 2 halves. Okay, you've got pre-flight and post-flight, basically. Okay, so pre-flight is before they leave, and post-flight is after they leave.
Yeah,
and I would have had a wall right there on the emotions, either prior to that until the flight. Rhaenyra is just heart-hardened, ready to burn the world.
Yeah.
And then she finally gets it, and that's when she starts breaking down. Or vice versa. Breaking down and then ready to burn the world.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. And I think making her completely emotional and crying the entire time, this is just further proof that Ryan really wants to make Rhaenyra the good person in this. And Rhaenyra is a terrible person. She hates Alicent. She hates, honestly, at the end of the day, I think she might even hate Daemon. She hates everybody. And she's sitting there going, wang. And that's who she is.
Yeah.
And now she's not that when she was a kid. I think Millie Alcock did a very good job of playing sort of this darling that everyone kind of liked when she was younger. But as she gets older,
she's shown defiance, right? We saw some of that where Alicent had to come and talk to her and be like, listen, can you please, the king commands you to come in here. And he's like, oh, she's like, well, then at once, your grace, like all sarcastic, whatever. But
well, I think that's one of the problems of aging Rhaenyra down.
We also had the scene with the boar.
Yep.
I mean, she went off, and that's where you saw this killer. I shouldn't say that on the live stream, but you get what I'm saying. Like where she was super aggressive. No mercy. I'm taking this thing out. She comes back. She's covered in blood and just walked like
with Kristen Cole.
Yeah. So now we get a Rhaenyra who's like just crying all the time, the time. Like every
again, like it makes sense, but you cannot go this whole season with Rhaenyra just crying about everything.
Right.
Like she needs to, especially because I know where she's supposed to end up. She's supposed to end up as kind of do you remember in Game of Thrones when the Red Lady takes her necklace thing off? She becomes like this really gross
the
person.
Old lady.
She's kind of supposed to end up like that. Not literally where she looks extremely different, but her hair starts to fall out. She starts to get cut. And holy shit.
Ian
for 50 British pounds. Because that's proper money right there. Says, oi, my lads.
Ian's
I hope that British accent does not raise that anger of yours.
My lord.
I believe you're thinking, my lord. Only my lord. Only the poor people say, my lord. Yeah, only the peasants, the small folks say, my lord. Ian, thank you so much.
Ian's a good guy, man.
Where is it? Grazie.
Good dude.
Where were we? I went so quick to that.
Rhaenyra.
I want you to yell at me again.
I mean, listen. I don't blame the actress either. I mean, if they say, listen, Emma, we want you to cry. I mean, she is delivering.
Yes.
She's delivering the emotion. I just don't get it for the character.
It's too much for the entire. I agree. Yeah. What I thought was really kind of funny, and I'm going to tell everyone this now, so with the hopes that someone tags me in their version of it by the end of the stream. But I had the perfect idea for a GIF of like a transformation of Rhaenyra going from when she in the very first episode where she's like, guys, we have this plan, and she puts her hands down the table like that, to like as she's putting her hands down to transferring to her crying and beating Jace's chest. But I'll tell you, so you said earlier that you'd watched this twice, and I have as well. And what I found was funny was last night I thought, well, let's just go ahead and pull up the show. So, I thought I was going to turn it off for a second. So we do get the new addition to the tapestry, the Battle of the Gullet, obviously culminating in the death of Jace.
Yeah.
And we do once again get the really stupid 4-legged dragon.
Okay, so I noticed that the Greens don't.
And I did not notice that. So we're definitely going to take a look at that, because if that's true, honestly, I'm a little more angry. But we'll say that because there's a lot of green throughout, so we'll see it.
I have a theory.
Mm-hmm. So what's your theory?
Well, but it's spoilers.
Spoilers for later in the episode, or spoilers for
the whole story, because you know what happens at the end of this whole story. The Dance of the Dragons, like you know the outcome.
Yeah. So I mean I know it. I'm trying to think of.
I don't want to say like I don't.
We'll throw up a spoiler thing towards the end, and then you can tell us that. So we get, it starts with Jace kind of falling through. His betrothed Bella is in the air on morning is Rhaenys dragon. Quicksilver, right? Is that right?
Hail the Queen's advisors.
Yeah, we're gonna have to not let that become a thing.
Thanks.
Understood, Dingus. Understood. Quicksilver. No, Silverwing. I think is the dragon's name. Let's find out if I'm right.
It's not Quicksilver, isn't that a
Yeah.
character in?
Yeah, Quicksilver definitely is, but I think Silverwing. No, damn. Who is her dragon? Anyone know? Let's see. Rhaena. Sister. Man, are you really about to beat me to this?
Can you hear my typing?
Yep.
Dang it. I'm going to get a new keyboard.
Remind me about this later. There's one I want to send you.
Moon Dancer.
There we go. Yeah, it was the next one on my list. Moon Dancer, the fastest dragon in Westeros. Yeah, which is ironic, isn't it? Considering Moon Dancer so fast.
A little ironic.
So it goes from her, and obviously, this entire time I'm watching this scene, I don't know what you were thinking, but I expected, and I don't want to press play. So the camera goes from looking at her here to kind of following her eye line and seeing the horizon. I expected to see Rhaena on Sheepstealer out in the distance, but you don't. You just see. I don't even remember what you see because I can't fast forward. Because the very next thing is dead. Chase.
Listen, Rhaena. Okay, Rhaena's a mess. Like she looks lost.
Buddy, she looks. There are people.
Eyes are just so like.
There are people that live on. What's that homeless area in LA called?
Homeless area?
Yeah, like where all the druggies hang out.
You got
Street Rose, something. I don't remember the name of it. There are people that live on that look better than Rhaena does when we see her in this episode. Like she just looks like hell.
Yeah, she's a mess.
So I don't really have anything to say.
I mean, we haven't gotten her yet, but I feel like she knows that she's screwed up, thinking that she could tame that wild dragon and take it into battle, causing the death of Jace.
Yep.
So she fled. She took off. She's like, I got to get 100%. Out of here. I got to go back to the Vale
of Arryn. Yep. Skid Row. Skid Row is what I was thinking of. Yeah, she looks
That's
like
a real
someone that.
Place? I thought that was a term for
Skid Row. I think it's a term for that sort of area, but I think the well-known Skid Row is in LA. Yeah. But yeah, so we go straight to kind of this ceremonial passing of the body type thing. Now these are the, oh my god, what are they called? Dragon?
Aren't they
Watchers?
The Dragon Keepers?
Keepers. I like that better. I think that that's technically what they are. Their job is basically to they speak Old Valyrian. Yep. They kind of carry the secrets of dragon bonding.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why you see the dragons that the Targaryens have behave very differently from Sheepstealer, who's a wild dragon, because Sheepstealer, if she let's go with she ever had any of this sort of education, it was so long ago, because Sheepstealer, I think, is about 100 years old at this point. And I mean, it's 130 AC after the Conquering. They believe Sheepstealer, I believe, was born in about 30. So to even think that she had or remembers any of the training, I mean, is wild to me.
Yeah.
But we get this kind of interesting little funeral procession. Now, I was kind of hoping to see another pyre funeral where they decide to burn the dead Targaryen.
Okay, so this is where I want to ask if this stuff was in the book. So not the dragon keepers, but he's laying on a litter or a stretcher.
And you talking about her, like her reaction?
Yeah. She's talking to him like he's alive.
Yeah, so that's one of those. That's a bit detailed for me to remember. I don't remember that. Yeah, well, I mean, you've read it too, right?
A long time.
Yeah. So again, the thing that kind of sucks is, I was going to reread again. It's like 20 pages. It's not a very long portion. Of that story.
But since they've drifted so far off,
exactly, I just decided not to reread it, and I don't remember. The only person that would know this reaction is her dwarf. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Because it's written from his point of view.
Yeah, it's written from 3 different POVs. It's Mushroom, her dwarf, a maester, and then I don't even remember the third POV anymore. But that's how this is written. And of course, Ryan's taking the idea that, well, maybe all 3 of them were wrong.
Sorry, I know you have disdain.
Well, but again, the thing that sucks is this overall is a very good episode, minus the thing we'll get to in a second.
Yeah, I just found this a little odd.
So I think the thing that's weird about this is the fact that it's so different from the reaction we saw with Luke.
And Rhaenyra's not dumb. Like, she's not like...
I don't know. She's trusting Alicent. She's pretty dumb to me.
But I mean, she's so caught up in the emotional weight of it. I mean, she knows he's gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's not that dumb. And yet you're gonna have a conversation with him like, "What did you do?" Like it's a dog who peed on the floor. What did you do?
Or like you expect.
What have you done?
You expect this body that's in rigor mortis, that's moving like that, to get up and say, "Oh, I was just playing a prank on you, Mom."
Right.
Like, and imagine he did.
And why isn't Baela explaining what happened?
Well, my question is, hang on, let me see if I can get to it. Why is this dude anywhere?
Dude,
I would have fucking absolutely. I would have been out. I would be on the next boat out of there.
I mean,
I definitely would not have gone back with the dead body.
And what's his name?
Sir, I don't remember.
Is he the guy? So later in the episode, she's gonna go with Daemon, and she's like, "Let him pick his own death." That's what she's referring to. Okay, because he wasn't in the scene.
No,
she just said it out.
Yeah, she is telling that to, I think, the soldiers, whoever that are near her, who know that he's basically offered up his life.
But again, I'm going to say this. I think the actors are doing fantastic. If that's the direction they're given, they're doing great. I just thought it was a little off with
most of them
conversation. But I mean, look at it. Clearly, like Jace, he has to lay there like he's dead, and she's just on top of him. She's picking him up. She's like, shaking him around, and he still just has to be like, that's impressive.
Well, this might be one of those cases where they've just like taken a plaster mold of his face and stuck it on a body.
Come on, I can't believe you really think they go that far on this one scene.
They do a lot on things like this.
Full body.
I mean,
maybe. I don't know. Okay, so be it. But it's just the emotions there, whatever. It's just I think they're doing a great job, but I just don't like this part of the storytelling. I didn't get it. I didn't get why she's having a conversation with a dead body.
This I thought was kind of the lamest reaction. I don't like the way he played his role.
Yeah.
I kind of get that you're probably going to do this sort of it's all my fault. I should have protected you. I should have protected him in my life. And
where's Rhaenyra that would take that sword and just whoosh, that's right. You know what I mean?
Well, so I think what you have here is you've got, and it goes back to what I was talking about having that moment where the switch turns on or off. And if we're going to fill these next 20 minutes with this emotion of Rhaenyra, then I need to see that switch. I need to see that hate and anger come out. And even when she's killing Otto, you don't really see it.
You don't,
because that was my especially because you either get, and honestly, so there's two things that should have happened because they happened in the story and they did not happen, and they were all in that scene. I already talked to you about one of them. The other one I'll talk about at the very end. Breezy knows what I'm talking about. But there's moments that they could have kind of fixed this idea that Rhaenyra is supposed to be the good guy. And they just don't take any opportunity. It's almost like they're going out of their way to make her the good guy. And this is not a story about a good person versus a bad person. This is quite literally, and most of Westeros is a story about a bad person versus a bad person. The only time it's a good person versus a bad person is Robert's Rebellion, where it's Ned and Robert fighting against Aerys Targaryen, who's the fucking Mad King, exactly. Yeah. And when it's Robb versus Joffrey. Yeah. I would argue those are some of the only examples. Now, you got not the Seven Kingdoms and all that, obviously. But for the most part, it is a story about bad versus more bad or a little less bad. It is a morally gray story. And as kind of dumb as that is, because I don't really believe people are technically morally gray. I think you're either good or bad, and you can make bad decisions or good decisions if you're bad. But it's kind of like the whole gray Jedi thing in Star Wars. Like, that's just dumb. Market Reality for 5 says she's a Targaryen that used to be played by Millie Alcock. There's obviously a screw loose. Well, you know what they say. When a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin. Thanks, Bart. So what are you thinking on this scene? What do you think about our Queen's Guard here?
So let me address this scene because Breezy here is saying I thought it was a great scene.
Yeah,
she's a grieving mother. I get all that. I understand, and this scene works if we see the rage as an aftermath when she takes King's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we're just getting an emotional, grieving mother throughout the entire episode. And even when she goes and sits on the throne, it's the same thing. Like, there's no contrast. There's just, I don't know. I felt her talking to her son as if he's going to sit up and respond. I feel like I would like to see that emotion be directed at Baela, trying to figure out what the heck happened. Mm-hmm. And then yelling at this guy who's on his knees for keeping her locked in the closet or in the room or whatever.
Which, by the way, there's another way out of that room. that I meant to address that last week. But also, when she's first locked in there, there's not a handmaiden in there. So where did the other woman come from? Like, what are we doing here, Ryan? But this is what, remember the end of season 1 when Rhaenyra turns and you get this face and you knew fire and blood was coming.
Yes, that's who I want to see.
Even at the end of this, where we see her on the throne and that kind of a realization of anger hits. It's a little small, but you watch, you can kind of see like her go from grieving to a little angry. We don't get, it doesn't look nearly as rageful as this moment did.
See, Breezy, this King's just hit the nail on the head. That is what I'm talking about. I get it. This scene is intense. It's a lot of emotional weight. This guy, he should have been dealt with right there.
Yeah.
I don't even know why there's a conversation between Rhaenyra and him about what will that do? What will that do? Like
then she changes her mind.
Yeah, he is nothing to anybody right now.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that locked her and wouldn't let her come out that one doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jace goes off into battle.
Guys.
I'm trying to get some interaction between Baela and Rhaenyra and her advisors and, whatever, but I didn't get it.
Baela and her have been living together for like 5 months now.
I mean,
so there should have been, she's been her soon-to-be daughter-in-law for what, about a year now. There should have been some sort of either comforting or yelling or screaming, just some sort of moment where there's emotion together instead of her just kind of there, while she's freaking out. Like, what? Your husband, your fiance just died. Give me something, please.
The prince, the heir to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to find out what happened because she doesn't ever get told what happened. She got told, we find out later that there's just a wild dragon.
Yeah, she does get told.
Never told to her.
Dragon.
It was never told to her that it was.
Bella does say. Now there was Rhaena, but Bella does tell her there was another dragon.
That's it, though. But she knows Rhaena was on that dragon.
No,
is she just protecting her sister?
She doesn't know.
She does. They looked at each other in last episode. They saw each other. I thought it got called out.
Breezy, let me know.
I thought for sure it got called out.
Let's see.
So is she not saying to protect her sister? If she,
I was under the impression that she did not see her or did not know that it was her.
Or did I get it backwards and Rhaena recognized them?
I thought Rhaena realized that it was Bella and she screams, "No!" So Rhaena right now is screaming Dracarys, burning a bunch of boats. Then she gets ready then Sheepstealer starts burning the Valyrian fleet and she starts freaking out. No.
Chat, look at the chat. It's all mixed up.
I know that's why I pulled it up because
April says
I saw multiple people.
April May says Rhaena saw her. Bella knew. Breezy says Jace knew, but Jace is now gone, so Jace couldn't say it was your sister.
So this is Bella going after Sheepstealer, screaming attack. And I mean, if it happens, it's going to happen right about here. Evade. She screams evade so that he doesn't get hit, so that her dragon doesn't get hit by Sheepstealer. And now Sheepstealer is chasing Bella. Vermax and Jace are heading back to Moondancer and Bella. I'm giving you great play-by-play, by the way.
I know. I'm waiting.
Yeah. Rhaena sees Bella and yells, "Sheepstealer, no!" But from what I'm looking at, Bella never sees Rhaena. Never realizes that it's Rhaena. And Rhaena literally just screamed to Sheepstealer, "That's my sister."
So it's Rhaena that recognized Bella, not the other way.
But not the other way around. So
but
Bella
didn't you yell
doesn't know.
Last week to say, "Oh, those guys know exactly who's on those dragons."
They know. No. They know what dragon is what dragon. With the exception of Sheepstealer.
I'm gonna watch last week's stream. You were yelling at me about that.
You totally can. They know who, like if Vermax comes in, they know who's on Vermax. If Syrax comes in, they know who's on Syrax. But this is a wild dragon, so they don't know who's on this dragon. That's my issue. That was my issue because you suddenly have a dragon show up. You're going to have the black sitting there going, "Oh my God, they have a new," which we get of in a second. Oh my God, they got a new dragon. What do we do? And then you have the removal of the heroism that Ulf and Hugh are supposed to have at the Battle of the Gullet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Breezy. That's what I was referring to. Like, I swear I thought that they had a conversation. Or no, not a conversation. What am I talking about? That during the battle, the riders recognized each other. And
I'll keep. There's only 7 minutes left. I'll keep it going and keep looking over there when I see dragons on the screen.
But then,
and I'll let you know. But
it's okay. I remember it's like that's my sister being shouted out. I couldn't remember who it was that said it, and if it was, if there was an understanding, but it was never told to Rhaenyra, right? That it was
that was Rhaena, exactly.
But there was a conversation at some point. We didn't get to see it.
This is exactly what's going to happen, and it's so dumb, especially when you consider that. So you can already kind of tell that there's sort of a wedge being formed between Rhaenyra and Daemon.
Yeah.
The White Worm is in on this wedge, but Rhaenyra in general is starting to feel betrayed by everybody. And because of this, in the story, this wedge leads Daemon to the Bed of Nettles, which could have created a really cool story. It can no longer happen now because that bed belongs to his daughter. But these are Targaryens, so. But I sure hope not.
Do we ever have that level of activity?
Say that. What do you mean by that? Bless you.
Thank you. Did we ever have that level of activity where it's a parent and child?
Oh,
shown on the HBO series. I'm sure it's in the book, but I mean, is it on?
Not that I can recall. No. Also, Jace does see that it's Rhaena, but obviously Jace is dead. So
yeah. Okay, so Bela never found out or realized it was Rhaena. Okay.
Yep.
Then that makes sense in the storyline, but so maybe HBO is saying
look, Ryan Condal is a narcissist who wants to try to create his story.
I'm just saying maybe they're like, we're not gonna go that far.
Well, which would be fine. But again, so this is you and I are gonna have to figure out how to get past the book stuff because we keep getting bogged down in it. We are 7 minutes into the episode. So we get a whole bunch of do what?
I never scheduled a stream tonight, so I was so late last time. I was like, I'm not going to schedule one tonight.
So
doesn't mean I won't go live for the chat that's here. I'm just saying I didn't put it on a schedule.
So then we get to the Hulls finding Queen Corlys. And obviously, there's something right in the middle of this, but Alum is all over the place looking for Corlys. He cannot find him. And then we get our junkie off of Skid Row showing up back at the Vale of Arryn. I mean, you cannot tell me this person does not look like she just finished a 12-hour bender.
We got to see the eyes.
Let me see if I can get there.
Yeah, we got to see them.
I mean, that ain't great. That ain't great either. I mean, and I get it. You know, I get that she was almost home. She tells Arryn this. She was almost home. She sees the fight going and she wants to go be helpful. But it is all because she's got this inability, and again, only here in the story or in the show, she's got this inability to feel like she's done enough. She's just brought another nuclear bomb to the equation, and she's like, oh, now I need to go explode it.
Yep.
So she ends up being the cause of death of Jace Targaryen. And now she's back at the Vale of Arryn, begging for
asylum.
What? I mean, if this is not just a example of bringing in English words that should not exist, this is sort of the reason why in all of Game of Thrones, I believe there are 2 American actors cast. What's his name? Shorty that played Tyrion.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. And then I believe there's one more, but I don't remember who it is. But it's because you start bringing in American accents and all this stuff, and you end up with stupid stuff like this. I need asylum. I'll bet you I could Control F all of George's work and probably never find the word asylum in it. Yes, Jason Momoa.
Call.
Yeah.
1 season.
9 episodes. Not even a full season. That's how big of a, and that people, that's how big this show was. Yeah. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we get pretty much the realization that that Ryan is taking the storyline that belongs to Nettles and not just giving the role to Rhaena, but giving the identity to Rhaena. I guarantee you next episode she shows up either with shaved head or cut dreads, and her hair is going to be dyed black.
What's the description of Nettles?
She's black. She's the only black character in the Dance of Dragons. She's the only dark-skinned person. There's like 2 other dark-skinned people in all of Westeros.
Yeah.
I by dark skin I mean dark, not tan. Like there's some description of the Dornish.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's on the hair or on the skin. There's a Japanese commercial about something like that. You ever see that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I have to send to you. I know people in the chat know what I'm talking about, but it's fucked up. So we go from here, and this is pretty much the end of my hatred for the episode. Okay. At the 11-minute mark, this is one of my favorite episodes of House of the Dragon.
Oh boy.
Okay. Like, this was awesome. I mean, he's dancing with the head of Tywin Lannister.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine?
So the Lannister twins are gone.
Yep. One of them shouldn't be, but yep.
One was on the boat.
Yep, and he should have survived that fight, but he did not.
Did we see a body?
I mean, he was thrown overboard in heavy armor at in the kind of the middle of the water. So I would assume he's dead. I guess they could bring him back, but
They could.
I mean, there's
That's
there's
an opening.
There's a whole line in the story about in the wording, the dialogue that says, how much does that armor weigh?
Yep, I know. It's
And as you know,
the implication
armor
is there.
Yeah, armor is not just here's my shirt, take it off. I mean, it's like buckles and braces and all of this stuff.
Yep. The implication is there. I'm just saying, like, he never got a death.
Yeah.
So it's quite possible that he comes back.
Let's see. I need to pull this off screen so that I can get to a certain shot. Here we go. And we get the introduction of this beautiful woman.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about
This
them.
is Alyssa Blackwood. Or is supposed to be Alyssa Blackwood.
Mm.
Right? Alyssa Blackwood, right? Why does that not sound right? It's not Alyssa. It's Alice.
I thought Alice
She's
was
yes,
the one that Heron
Black
had.
Alley. Black Alley. It's hang on. Allison.
She has no.
Allison Blackwood.
She's got no role right now. I mean, what she
So,
do? She's just
well,
saying.
She is supposed to be a very beautiful woman.
Just in this episode, though, she's just saying.
Oh yeah, she sings. She's nothing right now.
It's a
But
setup. There's going to be more.
Yes. This is the introduction of Allison Blackwood, the woman that marries Sir Cregan Stark. Yep, big role. She will save and condemn lives if they do it correctly. But yeah, we get
the line from.
Oh, I'm sure Jason or Tyland was walking around with a bunch of dead lion skins. I mean, he's a Lannister.
I know, but like we never saw like they
Yeah,
brought a lion around.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Tyland up there and Jason in the gullet
In the boat.
But they, I would not be shocked to see Tyland, the second son. I think the second son walking around with a bunch of tapestries of his house. Just be like, hey guys, don't forget, this is me.
So they just took a head off of one of those things, and
oh, absolutely.
In other words, they didn't kill a lion, and because there's no lion.
I don't think they did it. I think Tyland did it like 7 years ago and has been traipsing around with the same
trophy.
Trophy, yeah. I think Jason's dead, dude. April, I think Jason's dead. I think they're both dead.
I don't.
They need to not be dead because Jason has to do something, according to the book. So we get strong here. The whole thing. Now we find
this guy is everywhere. He's an old fat guy, and he's everywhere. He's eating dinner, then he's out in the woods. Like what?
Well, they are. So this is, and I'm gonna again lean on Sean and I guess April and Breezy. I got three people I can lean on in this case. This is the combination of two different battles. It's the end of two different battles here. And if I remember correctly, which I'll be honest, I probably don't. It is hang on, I wrote this down. It's the Red Fork and Lakeshore. They combined the Battle of the Red Fork and the Battle of Lakeshore into about 60 seconds, which was this whole thing. And they're celebrating their victory. Simon comes over, and remember, they're only like 10 miles from Harrenhal. They're not that far away. So I'm not super surprised to see him, but I do like this idea that Simon is magical. Especially because, first off, the actor's name is Simon. I thought that's pretty cool. And he just does a good job. He's very good at playing that role. You know what I mean?
He's just everywhere.
Yep. But so was his nephew. I think Laris. Yeah. I think Laris is his nephew. But Daemon finds out about the death of Jace and says, all of you to the Red Keep. I will meet you there. Basically gathers the forces and says, we're off. Anyone stands in your way, kill them all.
So Daemon is banking on convincing Rhaenyra to take the city now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if she decided not to, he just basically...
I don't think she was ever going to decide not to. He would have convinced her. Because he knows that now there is no time like the present.
Right.
And we get Cyrax just having a little drink of water.
You're defending the writing, man. I'm just saying.
Little drink of water from the dragon. And then we get
Alice.
Yep. Sitting here making a really crazy demand.
She wants
the grandest castle in the entire land, should it be repaired, is Harrenhal. It is Black Heron built the largest fort on the planet at that time.
Yeah.
And Balerion came in and sprayed it with fire, which I really enjoyed when Vhagar shows up and does a very similar thing. I thought it was a really cool, like, little callback. And see, that's kind of, again, there's two things that should happen that they could have easily done. And they literally set them up, and then they never happened. Now, could they happen in the next episode? Absolutely. There's plenty of opportunity for it to happen. But it's just one of those things that you've already lost a lot of goodwill. And if you could just kind of give a little bit to the book fans. There's a reason that these books are so successful. There's a lot of fans of them. And to just continue, just to decide to discard them, it's the same thing that we've complained about Disney doing with Star Wars fans, Amazon doing with Lord of the Rings fans, all of that. They think that those fans will remain and they can simplify things and do all this other silly stuff to get these other fans. It's like, no, you get one or the other. I tell you what, this group of people spend all their money on that stuff. They don't give a shit. These people don't care. These people do. And if they made awesome ass Game of Thrones shows, we would spend a whole lot. I would have 9 different editions of the 5 books that are out. I've got 4 editions of Lord of the Rings and 3 editions of the movies each. Why? I don't need that. I can't read 4 different versions of the Lord of the Rings at once.
I can't argue.
That's because I love them so much.
I can't argue. I can't argue your point. I mean, if they stay true to the source, the source that everybody is obsessed with, and it's gonna be a huge win. You're gonna sell a whole bunch of stuff, right? You're gonna sell books. You're gonna sell. I mean, assuming you have an HBO Max subscription, right? So you can watch it anytime you want. But I have replicas of Ice and Longclaw hanging up in the other room.
And if the show had been as bad as that 8th season was the entire time,
I wouldn't
I bet you don't own them.
No, I wouldn't buy that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm done ranting about this. I enjoyed this episode. Let's talk about this. So she wants Harrenhal.
Which is really a weird demand.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's a bastard. Like, bastards don't get this.
But what does she want to do with it? Just be the
So
lady of
that's
Harrenhal?
the thing. Who is she?
Yeah.
We don't really know who she is. She's sort of this like Ginny of Oldstones like character, where she's just like this mystical being that kind of exists. And I mean, there's one theory I read on Reddit, which is the only reason to get on Reddit ever today is to read crazy ass Game of Thrones theories, and they are incredible. Our Free Folk is awesome. But there's this theory that when Balerion came over and started burning all of the who were they? The Ironborn that were in Harrenhal, because the Ironborn were actually ruling the Riverlands at the time.
The Greyjoys?
Yeah, the Greyjoys were ruling the Riverlands. That the fire and all that created some magic thing, and she's the result. Sort of like a Plagueis and Sidious. Their dwelling in the forest created etiquette type thing. Sort of like that. But that she has spent the last 130 years destroying people at Harrenhal. There's a reason that no one survives long that owns Harrenhal. And not the Greyjoys, but they were the Ironborn. Harren was an Ironborn.
The Harrenhal is supposed to be cursed, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And all this weird stuff. I mean, that's what we saw when Daemon was there. He just started having these weird visions.
And she's like a
reflection of that curse.
I don't know if reflection is the right word. Yeah, let's go with that. And again, this is one of those things that we're all going to have a different idea of what she is, because George hasn't finished telling that story. That the rest of her story is supposed to be told in Blood and Fire, which is supposed to be the sequel to Fire and Blood. So to build Harrenhal, Harren cut down thousands of weirwoods in the surrounding Harrenhal, and even went as far as to going on to the Isle of Faces, which is why the Greenwashers are there. Greenwashers were the guys with the antlers.
The antlers.
Yep. But yeah, so this is just a crazy thing to ask for. I mean, she's basically a nurse. All she did was heal a wound that Daemon had. She didn't do anything else. So for her to think she's worthy of that, and we'll find out later, when she's not even going to give Ulf and Hugh honors like that, you're nuts, lady.
So did she heal him with magic?
Well, she kind of cursed him and then healed him, if I remember correctly, in the show, didn't she? Because she invaded his mind.
The reason I ask is now she's faced with something else that's at the end of the episode, which we need to get to. So make a note of this, and we'll bring this back up.
So I'm going to jump to this scene here with Adam on holy shit, I already forgot. Silverwing?
No, he's on Sea Smoke or something.
Sea Smoke. I think that's right. That sounds about right. No, that was Laenor.
Yeah, but Laenor,
I literally cannot remember anything anymore.
Didn't he abandon his dragon?
Yeah, Adam of Hull. Also on Sea Smoke.
Sea Smoke, yeah.
Yeah. I need to pull up a freaking. I had a photo, and it showed like every single character in front of their dragon with
just
big
turned
names
to
on
page
front
81.
You mean
Of our-
394?
Yeah, 309.
Yeah, he got it. You said page 81.
81.
Brides of Magor the Cruel.
But don't read it. It's nothing but spoilers.
Oh,
I mean, read it,
that
but don't read
does
it out
help.
loud. It's nothing but spoilers.
that does help. Okay. If none of y'all have these books, this is the one for the Targaryen story. They are really great, and they're edited by George and his compatriots that I think are going to be the ones to actually finish the story. But the thing that I really liked about this is we got to see Adam looking like a Targaryen, minus the whole face and hair thing. But he's dressed up very much like he honestly, he looks very much like Jace. He's got the red cape and everything. But then we get to see the other two dragon seeds a little bit later, and it's just they just kind of look like they're, maybe hedge knights.
Yeah.
Like they don't really look fancy, but this dude looks like he's kind of, he looks a little fancy, a little dopey. He's got that drip going.
I give you that.
As the hip kids say.
He's a bit stylish there on Dragonback, where Ulf he will always look like a drunk.
Yeah, I think it's partly how he has his hair, or this because he's actually taking his role seriously.
Yeah, and I like that he was able to find.
Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, which I mean is
and not the other.
How it should go because Alan found him last time.
Yeah.
Last time Corlys needed help, Alan was there, and now Adam's here.
Yeah.
So it just kind of works. It's it's kind of a beautiful little symmetry almost. Then we get some nice little combat here with the Triumvirate not the Triumvirate, the Triarchy. And the Blacks fighting while Aegon and Laris are in the back of their pigeon van.
Yeah, this is what are we doing here? I mean, I get they're trying to run away. At least Laris wants to. Where does Laris want to go? Like, does he just want to?
Well, no, I think
hiding. What are we doing?
I think Laris is trying to get him to safety, but he's trying to do it. Laris is so used to knowing everything and pulling everyone's strings and knowing everyone's strings. The problem is he's now removed from the 900-foot circle he lived in at the Red Keep, where he knew everything. So now he's just kind of guessing and pulling and going, hey, maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. And it doesn't. It takes Aegon to act.
There could be a little bit of a setup for betrayal. I mean, Loras only cares about Loras. Because Loras was the one who presented the gift at the end. They said, the guy who was holding the torch, like, Daemon, if you ever came back, here's a gift from Sir Loras Strong.
Yeah. Yep.
So he's already somewhat betrayed.
So, yes, but I don't think he was ever on Otto's side. I think...
How do you say it, Breezy? Laris? Not Loras? Oh, Loras is the knight of the flowers. Did I say that wrong?
Lars. Fucking hell.
Laris?
I've been saying it the same way all night, too.
Laris is a green seer? Laris Strong. Laris loves Rhaenyra. He's helping her, but he's been obsessed with Allison's feet.
Laris. Laris is how you say the name. I don't know if I agree with that. But again, it has been, I don't know how long it's been for you, Lee, but it's been like 4 years since I read the book. So
longer for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. He's very much supposed to be this master whisper. Well, that's literally what he is. He's the master of whispers. Yeah. He's supposed to be like this sort of Petar Baelish guy, and he's just not as good as Petar.
But I think I'm very curious if his motive becomes clear. Because right now he's doing some weird stuff, and like when they dropped his name at the end, I was like, "What the heck?" He's supposed to be protecting Aegon, but he just.
So I agree with you that I think it is a playing of both sides.
Yeah,
I think the only side he's on is himself,
and so
but not in the same way that Peter was.
If he's got the king, the usurper, and Rhaenyra and Daemon say, "Bring him to me," and he's the one that brings them. Here's the king. I did it for you. What does he get?
Oh, I think Rhaenyra would absolutely. Well, they'd probably just restore his title because her father is the one that gave him Harrenhal. Well, gave his father Harrenhal. But I would imagine Rhaenyra would probably just restore the title, even though she has just murdered like 4 different people that sided with the Greens and then tried to go back on them.
Right.
But yeah. So this happens. Then we get this beautiful little father and child reunion. It's only a moment away.
What's burning in the background?
That is Driftmark. Yeah, that's their seat. That's why he says that's why he tells Alan, the only thing I have to give you now is my name.
Yeah.
Because Driftmark has been burned. Though I will say, I feel like that doesn't look like a whole lot of smoke to have destroyed the entire place. I feel like there's still probably shit there. Like, also, what you're doing is giving him heir to the fifth most powerful house in all of Westeros. It's not nothing. It's a lot to give.
Yeah,
That's why his brother was killed by a Daemon because he was trying to remove Jace and Luke from the line of succession. Well, Luke, because Jace's line of succession was Dragonstone. But we're talking the second richest house in all of Westeros.
Yeah.
So quite a lot to give. It's sort of like that scene in Night of the Seven Kingdoms where what's his name? Duck says, tells Egg, I'll have you know that Sir what's his name is only the son of a crabber. And he goes, son of a crabber, they own half the crabbing ships in all of Westeros. What? How do you know that? I like fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Sean's got a good point, too. The loss of his fleet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, so again, it's not the loss of his family seat doesn't really do anything for another like 7 months until the Hour of the Wolf. His seat is still very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Fix your fleet and you're good to go. Obviously, we're all saying this with information that they do not have. They have no idea what's going to happen in 7 months. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of he's a lot more scared than he really should be. Oh, hang on. Not quite true. The Valyrians are on the side of Stannis Baratheon in the Battle of Blackwater Bay. But after that, I think that's the last time you hear of the Valerians. Shitford 5 says biggest issue with the episode is Alice Rivers wanting a castle. So that is why she will turn on Rhaenyra and Daemon and Demon House Black stupid.
Sure, he meant Daemon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really stupid request that she knows is not going to be honored. But I am of the opinion that Alice has this, is sort of like a green seer as well, and knows Aemon's coming. And that's her plan. I think Aemon is her plan, which we'll talk about at the end. Okay.
If we get there.
I know. Sorry, man. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's just talk about... So everything else
did some of the main characters look a little heavier this episode?
I saw someone talking about that earlier. That I don't know.
Not saying they look bad. I'm just saying they look.
So she, I think Olivia Cook looked a little pregnant. I have no idea if she was pregnant, but she looks a little pregnant. But
even Daemon looked a little heavier when he was at the party. His looked like his suit was a little.
I don't know if I remember thinking that. But I don't normally look at people's like tummies while they're doing stuff, which is a very weird comment to make. But Olivia Cook talking to Tom Cullen, who deserves to be in a whole lot more shit. Tom Cullen is a fantastic actor. If you have not watched Nightfall, you should watch Nightfall. It's a very good story that tells a pretty cool, pretty realistic story of the ending of the Paris Temple of the Knights Templar. It's a little far-fetched. It's a little not quite true, but it's enough of the truth that you could walk into a room and say this is what happened and be pretty close to being accurate. But then we get Tom Cullen playing Sir Luthor here. Luthor, I think. And he is the captain of the Lord Commander of the Temple of the City Watch, the Gold Cloaks. Mm-hmm. And she's showing up to kind of make sure that the Gold Cloaks are going to back this takeover by Rhaenyra instead of siding with the Greens and protecting the city. Thoughts? Did you enjoy seeing a bunch of butts?
I really, among other things.
The second the camera walks into a locker room, my eyes go to the top of the screen. Unless the top of the screen. I don't go looking for those things.
None of those guys had anything on what's his name from A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh my God.
Not even close.
Oh my God.
What's his name?
So Sir
Penny something.
It's Arlen, isn't it? Arlen Pennytree. Arlen Pennytree. Sir Arlen Pennytree. Yeah, just holy shit. And then the next week we got to see the interviews from the people that got to make it. That was hilarious. They are definitely not from Pennytree stock.
Oh my gosh. Nope.
So Allison spends this entire episode plotting. What you think of that?
Well, I mean, she wants out. She's done.
Yeah.
She wants to take. She's the interesting thing is she's done with her sons. Well, at least the two, Aegon and Aemon.
Mm-hmm.
She's done with them. She's like, I mean, even when she was talking with Rhaenyra last season, they were like, you know what I have to do to Aegon? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. I'll just take Helena and we're
give me Helena and my I don't remember what grandkids she has now because of what Ryan's done. I think she's got a granddaughter still.
Yeah.
That's what That's all she wants.
She's done.
And Helena just wants her chickens.
She's awesome.
Dude, I love that scene. That was so... No beast. I want no beast to die.
Yeah.
Great.
And her voice, I could listen to her all day. The way she delivers her lines is so funny.
So, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the Gold Cloaks towards the end.
Yeah.
But this is the last thing that really annoyed me about this episode. So, Daemon returns to Dragonstone. He's getting ready to go have his one-on-one with Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
And we get two really annoying things here. We get a just dick of a reaction with Ulf and Hugh. And what sucks is this is going to lead up to something. The problem is that spoiler alert. Okay, everybody got it? Okay. Ulf and Hugh are going to do something, okay, that's going to really hurt the Blacks. And they're going to do it probably towards the end of this season. And it is supposed to be because Rhaenyra does not reward them enough because they feel slighted.
Yeah.
But it really feels like that entire thing is being put on Daemon just being a dick to them. That, I'm going to do this because you're a meanie.
Yeah. So it's starting.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're kind of like, well, what are we supposed to do? And he just talks down to them like they're useless. But Hugh's got their biggest dragon. Like you would think he and it's not so much Hugh, it's more Ulf right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hugh just kind of sits there and just it kind of seems like he knows his place. And he knows he is not near Daemon. He really shouldn't be talking to Daemon. Daemon's asked me a question, so I'm going to answer. But beyond that, I shouldn't be talking to this man. And why are you calling him Rogue Prince? Like that? Yeah, I feel like all of this is going to be driven by Hugh just kind of being dumb.
And Daemon is being a dick. I mean, they were there for what? They were there for 2 days and nothing happened. What really are they supposed to do? If they didn't come back, he'd say, you're there for 2 days, you didn't come back.
Especially because Adam left. I knew I got it wrong. I knew I got it wrong when I said it. I'm sorry. It's Ulf that's being an idiot.
What did you say?
Hugh? I said Hugh was being the stupid guy, and it's Ulf being the stupid guy. I always get them confused. But yeah, and then we go from this annoying thing that I think is going to really only be annoying to the book readers because they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we go from there to him playing politics with the White Worm. And if I have to hear this woman speak one more time, I'll tell you what.
What
my
accent is
favorite? I Dumbestan, I think. My favorite moment in this episode is when she sounds like the biggest begging whore to Rhaenyra, and Rhaenyra kind of looks at her like, "How dare you speak to me?" Like, I loved that because Rhaenyra is getting to the point. She's very close there, but she's getting to the point where she will trust nobody, and that's part of what turns her into this really ugly woman. That's why I made the connection to the Red Woman after she takes her necklace off, because she kind of turns into that, not quite physically, but like personality wise.
Yeah.
And she just sounds so above her station. And one of the things I really enjoyed was right here where Daemon decides, you know what? Tell me what you think you are worth. Like, he knows, he is Daemon Targaryen. He knows everything that's going to happen. Not because he actually knows, but because he is so above everyone. He believes that he's going to just kill everyone and take the throne from Rhaenyra and defend it for the rest of his days. Obviously, that doesn't happen. It'd be a lot less interesting if it did. Thoughts on those two scenes, on Ulf and now the White Worm? I'm trying to speed us.
I know. I got you. I got you. I mean, we talked about the Ulf and Hugh. Like Daemon is just being, I mean, he's just being a prick. It feels like he's intentionally being a prick. He's not really questioning, well, why the 2 days? He's just like trying to pick at them for something. And then this white worm, Mysaria, is that her name? Am I saying that right? Mysaria?
Yeah, Mysaria.
I get what Daemon's doing, but he also knows that he was using her early in the whole story. They were partners, right? Trying to scheme and do some things, right?
Partners is a bit much, but absolutely, yeah, using her, absolutely.
But so at one point, he needed her. He needed her to play that role. He needed her to be
play his Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you're pregnant with my kid, and I need an egg, and that, and that started this whole thing. And then when he was done, right, she was worth nothing to him, and so now she's found her way into Rhaenyra's circle, which I think has thrown him off a bit. So now he's trying to just be a prick to her to cut her down. And then now is going to go to Rhaenyra and to try to convince Rhaenyra to get rid of her because he doesn't want her around, clearly.
That is one of the funniest comments tonight. AOC of Westeros. I completely agree with you. I think I will say that there's a comment made from her. I'm pretty sure it's in this episode. It might have been the last episode when she's stuck in the room. I cannot remember. Someone remind me. But she talks about how she hates the Greens, and it all goes back to that episode in season 2 where Otto basically takes the secret. I think, if I remember correctly, kind of like screams at her, "How dare you think you can come into the Red Keep," or something like that. And then walks away as if she hasn't provided a service or anything.
Yeah.
I think someone calls her a whore or something.
And she's the one that surrendered Aegon, right? Didn't Otto meet
she had,
knew where Aegon was?
Yeah, she knew where Aegon was. Yeah. Oh, so it was season 1, actually.
Yeah.
It was, I think it was that 9th episode. The beginning of the 9th episode, when the twins go looking for him. The entire thing, thanks, Sean. Yeah, season 1. Having, like, I kind of get, here in the real world, good song, by the way, here in the real world, that, you only get one option to one chance to make a first impression, but you're a whore, get ready to speak to the Hand of the King, someone that's been the Hand of the King for like 20 years. And with a very small, like 5-year window in between. And you're expecting to be treated like an equal? I mean, he deals with the king. Yeah. You think you're going to be treated? That, I think she was thinking way too beyond her station. And this entire I think it's a dumb thing. It's set, to me, it's her trying to kind of create a higher station with her in Rhaenyra's eyes. Like, it feels plotty to me.
The only question I have about her is why? What are you after? At this point, the writing's on the wall. Like, Daemon doesn't want you around. He's going, you know what he's capable of. He's going to go and get in Rhaenyra's ear and bust the trust that you develop.
And even
so
if
why are you still hanging around?
Yeah, even if you think that trust is unassailable, that Rhaenyra's gonna gallop out. I mean, Rhaenyra's made out with me. I told her about my father raping me and cutting the baby out of me, and that made her hot.
Yeah,
like, even if you crazy, even if you think that's unassailable. You know who Daemon Targaryen is. Better than 99% of the people in Westeros. And you're going to think, A, that trust is unassailable by Daemon, and B, if it turns out to be unassailable, you think Daemon's not going to kill you?
Right.
I would have been on the first boat out of there after Jace died.
And
I would have written a very lovely letter. Rhaenyra, I'm so sorry. You will always be my queen. I'm really fucking scared of Daemon. Goodbye. Yeah. That would have been the letter.
Sean says she's after more, but more what?
But, yeah,
placed on the council.
She's the master of whisperers on the Queen's Council.
She's not going to get a castle or anything.
Well, clearly the women in this world need to learn their place. Ooh, did I say that? Oh, let's keep watching.
Female is never enough. I'm going to cry.
So now we get Alicent again continuing her plotting. We're going to wait to talk more about her plotting until that unfortunate scene. So then we get this. We get and this, like we were talking about earlier, Lee, this should have been the flip switch.
Yes.
This is where it should have happened. And also, do you remember when Cersei is mourning the loss of Joffrey and what
took place at his
his I thought we were about to get 2.0, and I'm so happy we did.
Yeah.
So fucking happy that not happened. But yeah, this should have been that flip switch. Daemon the Rogue Prince shows up and straightens you out, and you go ham. It's time to burn everybody.
And she had that. Okay, so she had that look, that crazy look, like
the whole time she's leaving the keep,
yes,
everything. She says, "Tell him he can pick his way to die." All this stuff.
Yes,
and then she lands and it's gone.
And I'm gonna start crying again.
Yeah, time to be a little baby bitch. I do think this is one of Emma Darcy's best acting jobs in the entire show so far. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
Phenomenal. I just don't get the storytelling. That's all. I feel like the storytelling is a little off. She is doing amazing.
And again, the thing that's so crazy about this entire time, I'm not watching Emma Darcy, even though she's doing a great job. I'm watching Matt Smith and Daemon Targaryen.
Yeah, Daemon.
Because this is Daemon's episode. And what really you can tell throughout the second season that Ryan Condal hated how much love Daemon Targaryen got, because he wanted people to go, "Oh, this is a toxic masculine guy, and we need to hate this guy," and people didn't hate him. And so they decided to put him in the back room in season 2 and go, "Hey, go have a bunch of acid trips." But now we finally get an episode where it's Daemon Targaryen again. And it's like, let's fucking go!
Yeah.
Especially when they get to the castle.
Yeah, the two of them together, great chemistry between the two of them. I mean, them walking the hallways was like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome.
We go from there to George has got a thing about assault, doesn't he?
So this guy is on her council.
Well, Aegon's, but yes. He is the master of law. He's the chief lawyer.
Yeah, I have to admit,
we're not all like
came
this.
In, I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah, well, and it's partly because the council in general hasn't done a very good job of, and really anyone's council. I've got no idea who. I know who the maester is, because he's the only one that looks different. Yeah. Both literally and sackcloth and all that kind of stuff. And then I know that there's the crybaby on Rhaenyra's council. I got no idea what job his is. I don't know if he's the master of ships or whatever over there. And I know that one of the Lannisters was the master of ships. But outside of that, I don't know whose role is what.
Yeah.
Other than obviously Kristen Cole now being Hand of the King. But this was.
We haven't even touched on Kristen Cole, but he has become useless this season.
Well, so again, and this is the thing that sucks about Warner Brothers and HBO not having the apparent $30 million to finish the 2 episodes or finish season 2 when it was supposed to finish. But this is all season 2.
Yeah.
And we're watching season 2 here in season 3 going, what the fuck is Kristen Cole doing? When had this been done when it was supposed to be done, it would have been like, oh, okay, well, it kind of makes sense we haven't seen a lot of Kristen Cole lately. Because we just saw 5 episodes of him doing nothing but running his mouth.
And does Kristen Cole even know what's going on? Does
like
that happening at the Battle of the Gullet, and he's over just outside Harrenhal.
Yeah. I think he's by now. They probably know about the death of Jace. They at least know about the death of a dragon because it's kind of hard to hide that. But other than that, no, I don't think that they definitely don't know that they're all heading to King's Landing, which we're about to get to. But this, I didn't need the leg shot. You know what I'm talking about? Where he was lifting her skirts and the camera pans to her leg. I didn't need that.
Yeah.
It's just, guys, camera angles. I mean, we knew what was happening. We didn't need to see it.
Yeah.
And I get this is House of the Dragon, this is Westeros, this is Game of Thrones. They do that shit. I get that. And honestly, that's one of the things that makes this show stand apart, that they're not afraid to do that, show the evilness of these characters. That's just not something I think we needed in this episode. Sort of like we didn't really need the kiss between Aemon and her.
No, but I mean, it really put in to perspective.
It definitely
Aemon is and how scared.
Fucking terrified she is.
Yeah.
We did get a really good classic attempt at a good old gaslighting though.
This scene though, there was some dialogue that some lines that were being said that I was kind of lost on. He references Cole. He talks about how
yes, yeah. She was fucking Kristen Cole.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody knew that.
Oh, everyone knew.
Supposed
everyone
to know.
Knew.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the Red Keep.
So he's throwing that at her, but then he also said something about her own guards not betraying, because she references it later, but something about as he's being pulled away, her guards confided in him or said something to him. And then later, Alicent tells Helena, Sir Rickard betrayed me.
Seems we have a traitor on our hands. I was just going to call for you, Sir Soren. She'll need to be confined where she can make no further trouble. Grand Maester, I beseech you, ask her where she was an hour ago. So he tells her. So for me, I think this is more of an attempt to, April could very well be right here that Jasper's been watching her, but Jasper's also, I mean, he's the master of laws. He's not dumb.
Right.
So he knows, I think a lot of people in the castle know what's getting ready to happen, or at least they feel that event coming. They know something's happening. Aemon's left. There's no dragon in the air anymore. Half the army is gone. All of this stuff. And so I think Jasper's just kind of making an assumption here that an hour ago, I mean, that's an hour long. He's walked in. She's packing a bag. Something's happened. Or he was just fucking watching her. I think they're both pretty damn good reasons. But yeah. So we get Rhaenyra finally getting her sword. Remember, Emma D'Arcy talked about how she wanted Rhaenyra to have a sword because all the other men are always sitting there, all with their hand on their pommel, and she's just kind of down there with her hands by her side. She feels like she needed a sword. I remember really hating the idea because I thought they were going to do this like really powerful woman thing, and I actually think it ended up working. I don't really have a problem with this. She pulls the thing out, and it is very clear she does not know what to do.
Yeah,
and I think this was fine. What do you think?
I'm in agreement there. I mean, this is where she's just kind of like in a rage and not thinking clearly. This is what I think I need to do, whatever. And I agree with you. And these guys, like, it's a snare, and she's just like, look, I don't care.
Mm-hmm. He's the crybaby I'm talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
And then we get that scene with her and the white worm I was talking about. That I think April said earlier. I disagree. I think she truly thinks that she's lost all of that stuff she earned here and is now trying to get it all back. That's why she says, "Please don't forget about me.
Oh,
I hope you're gonna send for me."
Well, but the thing is, she knows that Daemon can go and manipulate this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And so she was trying to talk up to Daemon to say, where have you been? I now have her trust.
I've been here the whole time. Right. I'm where you were. Real quick, Clyde Dashing has come in and he wants to say hello to Jay Light. How does that make you feel?
Jay Light.
Oh my God.
I don't know how to take that.
But you get the reference, right? Like, you know what he's saying.
I think.
What do you think he's saying?
Is it because it's my brother and I'm lighter?
Well, not lighter, but like the lesser version of Jay. You remember like 10 years ago when you would get an app on your phone and the free version was called That Light?
Oh, okay. I thought it was a weight thing, which
No, it wasn't a weight thing. Otherwise he might have called you King's Light. Jay Light and Heavy D.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, you know what, shit? You're going to timeout. Clyde comes in and drops 5 gifted memberships over here on the Kingdom. That's what we're calling this. I got a little thing for you. Thank you, buddy. Bud Light, Miller Light, Jay Light. Big fan. Yep.
It's all good. I don't take it personal. Just get out. I'm just kidding.
April, I mean, I get it, but I think it's a level of she trusts her sort of like I trust you as far as I can throw you. But I don't think she trusts her. I think she trusts lowercase t. She trusts Daemon. I don't think she trusts the White Worm nearly as much as she does someone like Daemon, because Daemon has made it very clear that she is supposed to be queen. And it's his job to make her queen.
I think she was questioning his loyalty. She lost trust for him in season 2 until she went to Harrenhal.
Mm-hmm. And he had that moment of utter bearing of his soul almost.
Yeah.
And I think at that moment, I mean, she's a woman. They do that. You bare your soul, they kind of trust you until they decide to use that information against you. Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell shit's happened to me? Okay, so we were talking about this. Again, we get Daemon being a dick. He's just going to sit here and talk down to Hugh and Ulf. And like I said, I think this is just going to be the thing that ends up causing that thing at the end that a couple of y'all in the chat know what I'm talking about. I also don't think we're going to actually see it, guys. I don't think we're going to get to see the first Battle of Tumbletown. They know. You don't remember. You don't remember when you see it. But then we get a really cool, 2 or 3 minutes of seeing the 4 dragons flying together. And I thought that was really neat. What did you think of that?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, I thought a lot of these scenes, this takeover of the Red Keep, this is what got me really pumped up. This is a great part of the episode here.
And then Helena just wants to have chickens.
Okay, this is where she says she was betrayed. Alicent says this to Helena.
In what context? Do you remember? Because clearly I don't.
She says, it seems Sir Rickard has betrayed me. And I'm like, who is Sir Rickard? I'm asking Kings. Because I don't know who she's talking about. Because she goes to Helena, she goes, I need you now. And she's like, will there be a battle? Right? She's like, no. We're going to flee.
Oh, he's the technically Kingsguard that we see on the banister, on the steps. That's who Sir Rickard is. Sir Rickard Thorne. Who is? Does that name sound familiar to you? Sir Rickard Thorne?
Is he, I guess, an ancestor of Alistair Thorne?
Yes, he is.
Okay, at the wall.
Yep. You remember his family has sided with the Targaryens for a generation, and that's why he's at the wall.
Okay, but who? How did Sir Rickard betray her?
I think so. Well, I think you can look at this in 2 ways. Why was her Queensguard? Because I think he's technically he's on the Kingsguard, but I think he's probably the one assigned to the Queen Dowager. Why was he not there to protect his charge? Someone was getting ready to assault her, and her sworn sword was not there.
Okay, so you think he was supposed to have been stationed outside her door? And
I think
because he was not there. He let what's his nuts in.
There's that, or there's just
the master of law or whatever.
Yeah, or there's just Alicent's lying to Helena.
Okay, and then April
she does another 2 times.
April says Jasper said her personal guard informed him. So I guess I kind of get screwed up because her sworn guard I thought was Kristen Cole. That's who they kept.
No. After Kristen Cole became the Lord Commander and the Hand of the King, he ceased to be Rhaenyra's and then Alicent's sworn sword. And I would assume off camera she received another Kingsguard as her sworn sword. But yeah, again, on the banister, she tells him, go, leave, go do this or that. And then that's the other reason why he's not there.
Yeah. That's what I thought, April. That Jasper was just lying about this whole thing. Yeah, so I just got a little confused at all of that. What is happening? Who are they talking about? Who's Sir Rickard?
Well, that's part of the problem with especially when you consider there's 3 other Rickards that we know of. There's Ned's son, there's Ned's father, and then there's Rickard Karstark.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I was just trying to see if
anytime we can see Helena really just doing anything, it's just kind of fun.
I like that character.
She's very fun.
I wish there was more of her. I think.
Yeah. Well, and there should be. Remember, they've really set her up for this really cool storyline of her being a seer and all this stuff. Yeah. And we haven't really gotten any of it. What did she hear when Daemon chopped his head off? Well, half his head off. Remember,
what did she hear when?
Yeah,
Daemon-
remember when Daemon chops off Valerian's head? Well, half his head,
with his
and
tongue?
yeah, with his tongue still sticking out, and she
Yeah,
goes, like everyone was saying that she heard something, and that's what she was freaking out about. But we never got any payoff for that. Now, sure, we could all have been wrong, but I mean, look at me. I'm Kings. I'm never wrong. Yeah, that's not going to bite me in the ass. You are the queen. She's basically trying to let Helena know that you've got power that I do not have anymore, and we are going to need you to fix what is getting ready to happen. To which we get them both actually doing their, holding their power and saying, abandon your posts, flee for your lives, all that shit. Yeah, just a different story.
Yeah.
But we do get the really awesome, I want no beast hurt.
and then her little smile, like, I did something. I gave a command.
Yeah, I just really enjoyed that. That was so funny. And Vhagar shows up and burns Harrenhal for the second time. But this, look, I thought this was so cool. We got to see, we kind of get this idea of exactly what happened when Balerion, who is even bigger than Vhagar is, showed up and burned Harrenhal, burned Black Heron in his own keep. And what I thought was really neat is we got to see, I'm going to risk this. Let me mute it. So Vhagar starts burning. And then they were clearly not next to Vhagar.
Right.
And we get to see the fire chasing them.
But
I
it's
thought
just
that was
traveling.
like that was such a cool, didn't need to happen. Just a nice little, and honestly, in my opinion, this is kind of a callback to Balerion. This is not, I don't even remember if Vhagar even makes it to Harrenhal prior to the Battle of the God's Eye. I can't remember. Genuinely do not remember. All three of y'all in the chat are going to correct me in about 5 seconds. That he does. He takes it over. Obviously, I know he does because he lays there with Alice for 6 months. But I loved this. This was so cool.
Great scene.
Yeah.
It's a great scene. I get Daemon vibes from this.
That's because this is exactly what Daemon did.
Yeah.
Literally movement for movement. The only thing Daemon didn't do was kill any of them.
Right. He sat down and ate.
Mm-hmm.
And here's this guy again. Now he's at the table.
Yeah. We say goodbye to sweet Simon.
He was
sweet Simon.
He should have stayed in the woods.
Yeah. But we got the blue eye.
The patch is gone.
Yep. And it needs to stay gone.
Well.
Oh, there's nothing to stop you except for this fucking blade protruding from my stomach.
What's the caption? Blade slicing?
Yeah, flesh squelching.
Squelching?
Yeah, that's the same caption for when when Helena and her daughter are running away and you hear the cutting of the throat on the baby. Flesh squelching. Yep. Which, fuck, that was rough. You see, you heard that I included it in the intro?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. And then, obviously, Aemon gets stabbed. And he starts crawling to Alicent and saying, help me.
Help me.
Yep. What did you think of this? What did you think of the whole arrival of Aemon? All of that stuff.
Well, I mean, this stabbing in the back, I'm hoping that he better not be dead.
So I think you sent me a text, right?
Yeah.
You sent me a text of your thoughts. I'm going to read that. Obviously I don't normally read texts on
not
stream.
The personal stuff, just the...
I am going through... Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Here are my initial thoughts. Not as good as the last episode. Emotional, heavy, slow pace. Matt Smith is awesome. Damon stole the episode. Very much agree with that. No more eye patch. Finally, agreed. People looked fat. Not sure if it was the costumes. I gotta go back and look. Otto's scene was awesome. We'll get to that. Blade, we'll get to that. Aemon better not be dead.
Yeah.
That was your very last thought. No, Aemon's not dead because Aemon still has to fight Daemon.
Yeah, that's right. Unless they're really going off the rails here. There's
look,
way.
I'll be honest with you.
Rails, right?
Lee, I will be honest with you. If we watch next Sunday and we see the burial of Aemon Targaryen, I will never watch another episode. Hand to God, we'll never watch another episode. It will cease to exist. Okay,
so
it's definitely
Alice is going to fix him up.
Yeah,
That's
remember,
what I was asking earlier.
Alice has to become his lover.
Yeah, does she have some magic and she's going to fix him up?
She basically does to him what she did to Daemon, because, and I guess one of the reasons they had her give this crazy request is so that when she betrays Daemon, we have a reason instead of just showing the very weirdness of her. I mean, she's fucking nuts. Again, she's like all of the weird people we've seen together all in one times 1,000. You know, throw the Red Lady, the Mirren and what's his name, Reed, the Helena, throw all of them together, and you don't even come close to Alice Rivers, who honestly, if I remember correctly, isn't even as weird as Shitty Oldstones. But that's what this is. This is to lower Aemon so that he has to be healed. Because clearly the same little playing with the mind would not work twice.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Okay. I take it back. This is the funniest thing I've seen this stream. A 3 a.m. You know, I used to be a 3. Thank you, Sean. I used to be a 3 a.m. Walmart shopper, and then they stopped being open after midnight, which is bullshit. Okay, they land. Everyone outside the castle lays down their arms. Everyone, every single person, which, let's be honest, is very smart, because not only do you have Daemon Targaryen in front of you, but there's these 2 nuclear bombs.
Yeah,
called
you got
dragons.
2 dragons ready to just.
Yeah, so that makes sense. And honestly, I hadn't thought about that until right now, because I was kind of annoyed that everyone outside the castle laid down their arms, but then inside the castle they started fighting.
But they also
makes
know
100% sense,
and they also know Vhagar is gone.
Yeah, but everyone knows Vhagar's gone.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not going to try to fight back when there's 2 dragons, no Vhagar.
Yeah.
So,
and both queens have now told you not to fight back.
Right.
But because everyone inside, okay, here. I'm hoping that not having any sound will keep Warner from catching anything. You are right. No. Yes, you are right. 2-legged dragons. Why would you do that? Okay. You mentioned that you think it's because of something. What do you think it's because?
Well,
spoiler alert, by the way, because I think you said this might be a spoiler.
This is a theory. All right.
Okay.
So let me just say this. Are they retconning?
Retconning what?
Am I using that term properly? I might not be using the term properly, but there was a lot of flack for having a 4-legged dragon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. George really hates it. Yeah.
The fans hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the outcome of the Dance of Dragons
is there's like 3 dragons left.
But is it a way? So I mean, spoiler, right? Pretty much the Greens keep the throne.
No, they don't.
They do for a bit. They do.
No.
Yes, they do.
No.
So we get
Stark comes down and places Rhaenyra's grandchild on the throne.
I got that, but before they take, like, so Rhaenyra's on the throne now. It gets
and
taken
loses
back
it to Aegon for
Aegon.
like 4 months. Aegon dies, and then there's a regent for like 3 months, and then Stark places Aegon the Fourth. No, sorry, Aegon the Third on the throne.
All I'm saying
which is Rhaenyra's second born with Daemon, right? What page?
You have Viserys. Her second born is Viserys. Aegon is her firstborn with Daemon, I thought. Or do I have it
Daemon
backwards?
Targaryen and Rhaenyra Targaryen have Aegon the Third, Visenya, and Viserys.
All I'm saying is the blacks, they're gone. Right? The Greens take it back. And then when
the Greens take it back for like 6 weeks, and then the blacks end up with it.
No, but somebody places them on the throne.
Yeah.
But they don't take it over.
The second most powerful or third most powerful person on the side of the blacks, Cregan Stark, comes down and says, Aegon the Third is king. All hail the king. Aegon the Third is a black.
I'm just saying, I think they're going to set it up to where they're not going to take on the black sigil. Like all that is going to die off. And
I mean, they have to. We literally saw it in. We literally saw this sigil.
Listen, it's my theory. Not
yours.
It's
a shit theory, my friend, because we literally know it doesn't happen because we saw a show.
Then why do the Greens have 2 paws on their dragons?
Because Ryan Condal is a narcissistic cocksucker.
But the 2 paws are the right way to go.
They are absolutely the right way to go.
I just think that they're going to get rid of the blacks. The black sigil. The blacks are going to lose.
I need to see.
It's on the. Listen, if you go to where she's talking to the officer on the wall, it's right on his chest.
Who's talking?
When Alicent is talking to.
I can clearly see on all 4 of these flags.
I don't know. You get so angry just because I have a dragon.
That's correct. That is absolutely 100% correct.
Thank you, Sean. Everybody
needs to know what the black sigil looks like in this show because I don't remember. I don't remember. I know in
4 paws.
I know in the opening they show us 4 paws down here in this opening, but I don't remember if the blacks in House of the Dragon. I swear, George did not think about live streaming on YouTube when he decided to name them the Greens and the Blacks, did he? Can you imagine? There's someone, the number keeps going up by 1 or 2 every now and then, and there's someone that's popping into this thing going, I've never heard of House Dragon, and then he just hears us going, the Blacks, and they're like, oh my God, what is he talking about? Right?
That's awful, man.
House.
I just think
I
don't know. It's just my thought. I think they're just going to when the Starks place somebody on the throne, it's going to be something like all that stuff is gone. This is the start of a new This is how you're going to be. And it's getting rid of the 4-pod dragon. That you never see flying around anyway.
Let's see. So this is honestly, you're not. I don't think you're too wrong because right behind
Somebody
Rhaenyra
clip that, please. Somebody clip that.
I know, right? Right. Bravo. Right behind her, I don't know, lower chestal area right here.
Torso.
Sure. Are the other 2 paws. Right here is where they would be behind her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I will be very honest with you, Lee. If that ends up happening, I'm going to be rather annoyed. If that's the thing. Hey, the blacks had 4 legs, the greens had 2. Let's meet somewhere in the middle and do 2.
Yep.
I'm going to be real annoyed.
That's my theory.
Okay.
Y'all heard it here first when it comes to
Daemon Targaryen killing people.
fruition.
Love it. Perfection. We need more of this.
Look at that sigil right there. 2 paws.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Look. When you're right, you're right. You know, far be it from an attorney to tell you when you're wrong. So, best part of this episode right here, right?
Him stabbing this guy, or him taking out these guys. No.
And again, one of the things that I thought was good about this is Rhaenyra is just kind of helpless in this situation.
Yeah, she doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. And again,
she gets goofed on too when she pulls her sword.
Well, the thing that I thought was kind of funny was she's carrying her sword. Okay. She's kind of, let's say she's probably, at least at that point, she knows what her sword weighs.
Yeah.
Then Daemon hands her Dark Sister, and you see her kind of go, ugh, for a second. Like you see her react to the weight. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, it's a Valyrian steel sword. It's lighter than the sword she was carrying.
Yep.
Okay, I think we just need to go ahead.
You gotta get. Okay. The one thing I've been talking about the whole time is when they're walking through the hallways, and you're just gonna skip over that. That's like
right back here. Oh no! Just before
that.
You're talking about.
It's just before that because he just opened the throne room door. Why don't you just hit?
I mean, it's basically like this. So he's just yelled, "Is there anyone else that would challenge us in our own home?"
Yeah.
So we got all of that. Then they're walking. He pulls Dark Sister out, and he bleeds all over. All that green blood out there onto the grounds. And now they're just walking like this. I agree with you. This is awesome.
And both people of them running.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah,
like that flip has switched for Rhaenyra. She's got that purpose, and again, like we've said it a couple times now. She gets to the throne room and she loses that purpose. I love how he didn't even give him a shot. It wasn't even like a hair. You guys surrender, just straight to the gut, just.
Yep. It's an awesome scene.
Yep.
I mean, look at the look in her eyes, man. Like, It's frightening. Schick says, am I still playing First Light tonight?
Yeah.
I'm trying to, if Kings would hurry up.
I'm sorry, dude. You know how long this shit takes. You should have said, hey, I need you to go live like half an hour early, run through your bullshit, and then I'll meet you in there. That's what you should. Maybe we do that from now on. Maybe you give me a half-hour head start. I get through my rants and raves, and then we can just talk about the episode.
We'll talk about
that. So
I don't want to miss the rants.
They are pretty fun, if I might say so. These are the two things that really bugged me about this episode.
Yeah.
Because beyond the Rhaena stuff, because like I said at the beginning, they've lost a lot of goodwill with book fans, and in the same hand as the original fans of Star Wars are the people that made Star Wars worth what it is. The book fans are the people that make this series worth what it is. And whether you're simplifying something like they did in, let's say, season 2 and 3, so that you can do it in 10 episodes, or whether they are doing it almost shot for shot like they did in season 1.
Yeah.
If you remove something or you add something like, I don't know, Peter Jackson, the Lord of the Rings, it needs to have a purpose and it needs to go towards telling the actual story you're trying to tell. Every single addition that Peter Jackson made in the original Lord of the Rings movies goes to telling the story of Frodo and the Ring. Every single removal goes to telling that story. And when they remove when they have the opportunity to add something that doesn't take away, that it literally just replaces what they put in, to give the goodwill to the book reader, and they don't do it, it annoys me. And this is the thing. So we get a pretty cool moment here where it's not Karstark, it's Sir Rickard and like 10 green guards, 10 household guards. And I genuinely thought we were about to get another fucking awesome scene from Daemon. I thought it was going to be more fighting. Daemon was going to kill a Kingsguard. It was going to be cool. Obviously, we don't get that because the Gold Cloaks show up.
Yeah. I mean, that is still asking a lot from Daemon to take them all on.
Yeah, but it's Daemon Targaryen. And what we should have gotten here is Daemon gave us these cloaks and they're gold no matter how you turn them. Just literally take away what he says and replace it with that. And it works perfectly. Maybe you give Rickard a line that says, you're on our side, right? Or something like that. Obviously, Westeros it up and everything. But it just bugs me when you have an opportunity to give me, a book reader, a nice little, hey, remember that? Remember that? And you don't give it to me.
Well,
what's the other thing?
To those that didn't read the book, it probably worked perfectly. Would you agree?
Sure. I actually do. I actually do agree that the scene works with or without it. It's very good.
I like the scene. I like the line. There was a lot of that going out on social media that a lot of the book, the readers of the book were like, why couldn't they use that? Yeah. You know, whatever.
Even I tweeted it out.
It's a cool line. I do think you're asking a bit much for Daemon to take all them on. And I think Daemon knew it. That's why he just kind of...
I mean, all of them, including the Gold Cloaks, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think Daemon kills Sir Rickard. And I mean, this guy, this is not Sir Barristan Selmy.
Yeah, but if he took all of them on, he's gonna suffer some damage. Yeah. Even if he won, right? Killed them all. But
because
really cool scene.
He doesn't get the Valyrian armor.
We didn't know. If you hadn't read the book, the ones who didn't read the book didn't know where this was going to go. And then,
I mean, I think you probably did because Alicent
set it up to say, yeah. And then Rhaenyra looks really goofy trying to hold her sword.
Yeah, and this is where all the crying starts. So because she's yelled, "Bring me Aegon Targaryen."
Which I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool. And then somehow we go and then the throne room is like full of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all the Daemon goes and finds the Maester.
The Maester.
The Maester basically says, hey, there's better people than me to kill. And so they go down to the black cells, and that's where Damon releases all the pro-blacks.
Right.
So that's who's in the...
And they go up to the throne room. And
yeah, they all go up here because they're all doing oh, my queen. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. So that's why they're there. Because like Lord Merryweather, you have my gratitude, all that stuff. And then the Gold Cloaks show up with Lord... Oh my God.
The Master of Law.
Yeah, the Master of Law. Jason, right? No, not Jason.
I can't remember.
I don't either. I keep wanting to say Beesbury, but Beesbury is the guy that was played by Ben Paxton that what's his name killed in the 9th episode when he threw his head against the ball. I was trying to scroll up and find it in the chat because we talked about it for like 20 minutes, and now I can't find it. But y'all know who I'm talking about, and someone's already put it in the chat, I'm sure. They killed Lord Osprey here, I think was his name, actually. And that, I was really kind of excited for that. I knew he was getting ready to die. He has to die. Alicent kills, or Rhaenyra kills him.
Yeah.
But what I think we were all really waiting for was the end of, how do you say his name again? Racefine?
Yeah. Reese?
Is it Reese? Because who played Voldemort?
That's Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes. So this is like Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
I think. Just a fantastic fucking job. And honestly, it kind of reminded me of the beheading of Divorced, Beheaded, Died, Divorced, Beheaded. Anne Boleyn, I think. Anne Boleyn being, I believe, the second wife of King Henry VIII. When Rafe, thank you. Yes. When Anne Boleyn was beheaded, the executioner said something to distract her, to make her think it wasn't about to happen, so she didn't have to think about it in that moment, and then cut her head off. Shit, I don't remember where I was going with that. Okay, so we get Mr. Fiennes here, who does just a fantastic job of basically begging for a nice, clean death.
But he asks though, or he makes a statement. He's like, "I'm going. Like, I assume everyone else is dead," and they're like, "Aegon has fled, but yeah, he'll do." And then the look on his face is like, oh, man. He just, I mean, his whole face just crinkles up. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Right there. Oh, he just fastened. And he's just like,
he's realizing at this point everything he's done over the last like 9 months is just over.
It's turned
all done.
What he doesn't know is it's by Alicent's hand.
Yeah, his own daughter.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he begs for Daemon to be the one to kill him, so that it's at least quickly. Remember, Sean, at the very end of the last season, so episode 8 of season 2. Remember, this is episode 10. They rescue Otto, who had been captured by some pro. I don't even think they were like pro-black. I think they were. So the American Revolution, we had Skinners and Cowboys, and Skinners, I believe, were on the side of the British, and Cowboys were on the side of the Americans. And they were people. They were like spy hunters that acted in between in no man's land up in New York. And I think those are the kind of people that captured Otto. And at the end of the episode, you saw Otto being rescued. But clearly, we now know that it was Lars, finding him and smuggling him into the black cells. which clearly, I mean, the person that told Daemon he was there must have been the only person that knew at all, because I cannot imagine Otto Hightower, the former Hand of the King, would not have been able to get someone to side with him and let him out.
Right.
So it ends for Sir Otto when Rhaenyra kills him.
Daemon is really pushing. You got to do this. You got to do this.
And this is where the flip gets unswitched, or the switch gets unflipped. And just the crying. And you know how like in old period dramas, did you ever watch Downton Abbey?
No.
Really? Never watched it?
No. Downton Abbey?
Yeah.
No.
Wow, I'm not even married and I've watched it. I can't believe you haven't watched it. So
I don't know what that means.
So honestly, it's a worse look for me than it is for you. So the aristocracy would talk in the open with very few exceptions, no matter who was around, because they believed that what they were saying was not for those low ears, and that the low ears would not repeat it, basically. And I find it kind of funny that Rhaenyra speaks pretty openly. I do not believe I can do it. And it's like, lady, lower your voice. Everyone just heard you say that.
Yeah.
Like, you got all these people there just like, oh, wow, she's weak. And
well,
obviously she can't.
Even Otto, I think you said this just a second ago. Even Otto's like, can you have Daemon do it? It just saved me from being hacked up.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better to see the rage come out and she just
keep going at it. Yes, yeah. Like she did with the scissors and the dress in the last episode.
Yeah.
That's what we should have seen right here.
I like the miss to start it and then just start hacking.
So
but the one swipe, and I was like, ah, man.
So this is what was really kind of funny for me. I heard I'm wondering if we're gonna be able to get it here. You think she's done the hit yet? Oh, she just finished the hit.
Yeah.
So
the first one.
Yeah. So you get and then you hear contact, and you hear, oh,
yeah.
And I thought, oh, she did it. And then you hear the breathing, and the camera pulls out, and I was like, oh, fuck, no, she missed bad.
Yeah.
and then to her. Yeah.
Easy in the chat. She's got snot coming out of her nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a little bit of that snot right there. Yeah. Oh, God, that's disgusting, guys. And finally, goodbye, Sir Otto.
I would have liked to just see her hack away.
Well, and I think
like
that would have,
like she was with the boar.
Yeah, and I think that would have led to a much better reaction from Alicent at the end of this.
Oh yeah, because
Alicent
would have been butchered.
Yeah, Alicent's kind of like she's tired of being in the fight, but I think she also misses being Rhaenyra's friend, and. Alicent's got to become very anti-Rhaenyra, and obviously this is going to lead to that. But I feel like seeing a decapitated and the shoulder over here and the arm over here and all this kind of stuff of the body, not only does it affect everyone else, so you can start to see that crazy eye of Rhaenyra, but it affects Alicent as well.
Yeah.
And this is what everyone has been talking about. Emmy worthy is the blood reflection in the reflection of the Iron Throne in the blood.
It's pretty cool.
I agree. So this is now the second thing that really annoyed me. Okay.
Her hesitation?
Nope. There is one of the encounters, I think it's from the Maester. talks about how when she sat the Iron Throne, it cut her. And that's supposed to be kind of this idea that the Iron Throne rejected her.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it did not cut her. Now, the trailer for the next episode does kind of make it look like she's gonna get cut or something like that. Like she's thumbing the side right over here where the armrest is. But I do think that this would have been a nice little, not only a callback to when Paddy Considine cut himself after he sent Damon away.
Yeah.
But it would have been, it's a very simple thing. And again, they might do this in the very next episode. Okay. So
to
if
start
they
off
do,
season 3.
yes, yeah, exactly. So if they do, then screw me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But if they don't, and we go a whole bunch, half a season without the Iron Throne rejecting Rhaenyra Targaryen, then it's just another example of Ryan Condal having this opportunity to just give us something. Just give me a book reader this little thing, and it's just more of that narcissism.
Sorry.
But we do finally get to see Rhaenyra Targaryen on the throne, and I'm going to risk it because we are getting up close to the end, but I'm going to mute it. This is that moment that I was kind of talking about, where it does kind of feel like the shoulders drop, and she's gotten it, and then the anger kind of starts coming out, and she realizes that okay, it's time to kind of do it's kind of time to let Damon loose and let Damon do what he wants to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm getting a sense of both from Rhaenyra. Like you can see the shoulders drop. You could see her start standing up and be
damn
queenly.
What a shot.
But she's still crying.
Yeah.
She does not have any control over her emotions. So it's like she's fighting within herself, which I didn't even like her hesitating to go up. I know that was a thing where they're like, well, all this time.
Well, and it kind of felt like they were trying to mimic Paddy Considine crawling up there in episode 8.
It looked forced.
Yeah, I agree. It just didn't fit. It kind of feels like they're putting the mirrors in the wrong places.
Yeah. And she's sitting kind of cockeyed there.
She's sitting side saddled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit down. Let's basic instinct this shit.
Yeah. Why not?
There's a reference. So then of course Rhaenyra sees Alicent, and Alicent I think realizes in this moment what she has done and what she has released upon the realm. And this I think this just would have been a lot better if there's a little bit more blood and the body was a little more
more butchered. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't need to look like the whole body, like take a cut up here and tore it over there. But let's get like some deep impressions on that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out. See the crying.
Hey, at least the snot's gone.
I mean, she's trying to look strong, but you could tell. Yeah, this didn't fit.
It's like I said, honestly.
Yeah, but you liked it better than last week, so I don't.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it sounded like it when you're talking it through. I'm just saying.
Well, when I watch the episode, I don't normally pause and go, let me think about this scene. Let me think about this scene. Let me think about this scene. And then when I watch it the second time, I usually write some notes down.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me, it makes me a little more aware of my issues and stuff like that. But damn if that Rhaena stuff is not really dumb.
Yeah.
So this is the final picture of this episode.
This is an amazing season-ending episode.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like,
so my question is, do you think the next episode is going to feel very different from these
I
two,
think
because these kind of not only intellectually do we know that they belong in the previous season, but they kind of feel like they belong in this previous season.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question because they didn't film it last season.
Yeah, no, these are all been filmed for the most part. I'm sure a little bit was probably filmed before they were told they couldn't do the gullet. But I agree that. But I would wonder. I would assume that the gullet episodes and all that were already written because I don't believe they were told until midway through filming that they couldn't do the gullet. Yeah, because I think, and I'm sure Breezy will know this. I'm pretty sure it was about like halfway through filming that we all found out it was only going to be 8 episodes.
Yeah. Now, is season 3 8 episodes?
Yep.
Man,
so here's the thing.
It's going to be 6.
We've got, if we were going to show everything, we know we're not. But if we were going to show everything, there's about 15 more battles to happen in the next 14 episodes.
And they're only doing 4 seasons. Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Man, they got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
Do you think next episode picks right up here in the throne room and we get an exchange between Alicent and Rhaenyra?
I think I think that would be better, but it wouldn't surprise me if we pick up at Harrenhal with Alice and Aemon.
Okay.
But see, this is what kind of scares me. Are we now about to get 5 episodes of the Blacks and Greens doing stuff while Aemon sits in Harrenhal going, "Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now he's going to have visions for a while.
Right. I don't want that. Tell the story.
Yeah.
Let's go. We already know Alice is weird. We can infer this shit happens.
Yeah.
Show us one vision, and then we'll just tell ourselves that everything else happened.
Yeah.
And let's get Aemon back on Vhagar, and let's see the fucking battle above the God's Eye. That's what. There's like 4 things we all want to see. Tumbletown 1, the Gullet, the battle of the God's Eye over the God's Eye, and the fucking Hour of the Wolf. That's all anyone wants to see.
What
no one
happens
gives a shit about everything else?
What happens to Alicent and Helena? Like right now, they're in the throne room, right? So whenever we go back to that, are they going to be in the throne room?
What should happen, or what happens? What do I think they're going to do in the show?
Yeah.
In the show, I think Helena probably gets to spend time in her chambers, just because she hasn't really done anything. She's not. Yeah, she gets to hang out with her chickens and all that stuff. Alicent, I think, splits time between Rhaenyra's chambers and the Black Cells. I think that's what's going to end up happening until she flees. Because so
Rhaenyra is not going to be like, you kept your word, you can go.
I don't think so. I think she wants to, and then I think Alicent has decided, fuck this bitch. That's what I think is.
Breezy has my next question. That's the next thing I was going to ask.
Battle of the God's Eye
this season.
It's
got to be.
So
right?
this is the thing. I assume you remember what that is.
Yeah.
You remember the outcome.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's a driving force getting people to watch this show.
It's already been foreshadowed.
Yeah. So I think you have to leave it to season 4 so that we come back to watch season 4. I think, like Sean said, I think this season ends with Butcher's Ball, which I think is happening underneath the Battle of the God's Eye, or it's like a week before the Battle of the God's Eye, isn't it, guys? I think I'm definitely going to reread.
I'm consulting.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to reread by this time next week.
Breezy is not a Helena lover. Based on the chat. She's a cute, simple retard. No need to hurt her. It's been foretold by our retard queen.
Yeah. They happened at the same time, he thought. Okay. Look, if Breezy said they happened at the same time, then I trust him. Then I was right. I think Butcher's Ball ends season 3, and Battle of God's Eye starts season 4. Because you have to have a reason for us to come back. And again, spoilers, everybody, if you don't already know. If you don't have Aemon and Daemon in season 4, I think there's a lot of people that don't come back to watch. Especially considering that's another 2 dragons that are gone. So yeah, I think you have to. But then the question is, do they show Daemon dying?
I mean, well,
they never found his body. They never found Dark Sister either. Yes, they did. They found Dark Sister embedded in Aemon's eye. They never found Blackfire.
Where is that sword?
Aemon has Blackfire. But Blackfire is taken by Blackfire by Brendan Rivers to the wall and never found again. It's a good point too. Depends on how many of the dragon seeds they kill off for the God's Eye.
So they've got avenues to take. We just don't know what they are.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen, but again, the issue with doing this show is this is not Game of Thrones. Okay, this is not a political intrigue story. This is a fighting story. This is a civil war. The civil wars are not political. They are straight up battle. And you've got HBO and Casey Bloys, the CEO of HBO, sitting there saying, "Give us another Game of Thrones." And it's a bad idea. You cannot turn the Dance of Dragons into Game of Thrones, because Dance of Dragons happens over like a year and 3 months, and it is battle after battle after battle after battle. There's very little political intrigue going on during it, and that's almost all that Game of Thrones was. There's literally, in the first book, there's I think 1 battle. In the second book, there's really only 2 or 3. And I mean, the rest of them, I think there's 2 real ones combined. So you can't do House of the Dragon like you do Game of Thrones. Now they did a very good job of doing it in the first season, but that's because they had to spend that time to tell us who's who.
Yeah.
But we know who the players are now. Show us the action. And you can still do it with that big, expensive HBO Game of Thrones look. You can still give all of that. But if we spend the next 3 episodes watching Rhaenyra figure out who's going to be on our small council, watching whether or not she's going to trust Alicent or the White Worm or Daemon, and we don't see at least 2 or 3 more battles, it's going to be like, what the fuck am I watching here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very battle-heavy story.
Mm-hmm.
Significant battles with significant losses and a lot of moving parts to tie the story up.
Now, the really silly thing, and this is just kind of silly because it is genuinely silly. One of the things I'm really looking forward to is we get a new Valyrian steel weapon. We get to see a new weapon we've never seen before. The weapon of...
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I am too now. Hightower. One of the Hightowers brings a new Valyrian weapon. I'm excited to see it.
Okay.
Well,
good stuff. Well, we made it.
We did. 2 hours and 41 minutes. I got to figure out how to curtail that a little bit. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, look.
I didn't schedule a stream.
What I can tell you is go ahead. You need to go ahead and make sure you have enough time, not next week, but the week after. Okay? Because I'm already hearing things.
Okay.
And you think I talk a lot now? In 2 weeks, if the rumors stay true, buddy, you might not say a word. It might be me screaming at the camera the entire time.
All right.
If the rumor now, a lot of rumors have been told.
I've not heard of these rumors. I don't think I want to know. I think I want
to. No. I honestly, I'm really only aware of their existence. I don't even really know what they say because I told my rumor guy, "Don't tell me." But we'll see next week.
All right.
We'll be back here 8:00. Honestly, this is what I think we should do, Lee. The next 2 or 3 episodes, I think we should decide based on how we enjoyed the episode, what time we're going to go. If I'm right about episode 4, we should probably start at 7:00.
Okay.
You hear what I'm saying?
All right.
Assuming
it's
we're
your
good
show,
with time
brother.
and all that stuff. I want you here, so I don't ever want to start without you.
Okay.
But guys, thank y'all so much for being here. Ian, Clyde, thank y'all so much for the super chat and the gifties, and Mark and Schick. I really appreciate it. Lee, are you ready to go play First Light?
Yeah, I need about 15 minutes, so I'll stream for a little bit. I don't know how long.
Do you have it set up?
Tomorrow. I don't have anything set up.
Okay.
I didn't know how long you were gonna go.
Yeah, I'm not playing.
So head over to be ready. You can look for me on X. I usually post that I'm live now. Or you can just go to the Gentleman's Lounge YouTube channel, and I'll go live there.
Yep.
Follow me on X, Capable Gent. Instagram as well, Capable Gent.
Maybe we get to see him fix a Harley.
I'm working on it. I'm about ready to throw a battery in there and see if all my electrical wiring is.
Oh, you haven't been like testing it each time?
I try, but still, you run into, you don't get a ground right somewhere, and
then you end up with a little extra in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's one time that like my finger slipped while I was putting a plug in, and it got in between, and I got electrocuted by it, and I never want to feel that again. And that's like what, 30 volts? I can't imagine what's going through that shit. Like that probably feels worse.
I've been buzzed by Home Electric. I was doing a ceiling fan.
Oh my god!
And I didn't. Stupid! I did not.
You didn't turn the. Oh my god!
I hit the wall switch, but the fan was still hot. The light.
Okay, so the channel's new name is Incapable Gentlemen.
This was years ago. This is when I have learned, and I admit this on my channel at times. I've learned several things the hard way, and I've made the channel so you don't have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
But the person that was helping me, like you got somebody holding stuff real quick. I'm up there like working on the wiring, and I hit that hot wire, and it was like real quick. And all I did was look down at my help and was like, what the heck did you punch me in the stomach for? I mean, literally, my mind was like, you just hit me in the stomach. And they're sitting there with their hands full going,
what?
I didn't do this.
That reminds me. There was this, and then we'll go after this, but this is a really funny story. I had a good friend in high school that honestly might have been a bully, but I don't really know. He put me in a chokehold one day. I'm just walking down the hallway in the middle of class. He put me in a chokehold. It was like, tap out, tap out, tap out. I was just like, no, we're gonna do it. Next thing I knew, I woke up. and I was on the ground. I looked up at him, and he's looking at me like he apparently he thought he killed me. So yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
Crazy stuff. I learned the hard way.
Lee, all right, man. I will see you throughout the week. Have a good weekend, guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. We will be back here same time, 8:00 next week. Obviously, depending on the episode. And until then, much ado.
Later.